All right, thank you, Mary. 10 filmmakers are out to crash the Super Bowl, and this isn't like crashing a wedding. In this case, the outcome will be better, certainly for two winners anyway. They'll have their commercials air during the big game on Sunday. The grand prize winner is also going to get a whole lot of cash. One of the contenders joins us today from Phoenix, freelance director James Bedford. Good morning, James.
Good morning, Mike.
How are you doing this morning? You excited to hopefully see your commercial on the Super Bowl?
That would be amazing. It's just amazing to be at a Super Bowl, and just, yeah, obviously if I see my ad there, I'd be super stoked.
Yeah, you got a great commercial. We're going to get to that in a second, but remind us about this contest and what's at stake here.
$1 million is at stake and a job at Universal, so there's a huge amount at stake. As a filmmaker, the opportunity here is massive. Yeah,
so how many, can you narrow it down? How did the contest work? How many directors are still left in this competition? How many commercials are out there?
Sure, so I think there were about just under 5,000 entries, and then it went down to the semi-finals. There were about 30 semi-finalists chosen. I was one of those, and then it came down about a month ago. At the start of January, they announced the 10 finalists, and then it became down to a public vote. So the last 3 weeks have been like on a presidential campaign trail, trying to get people to vote for you, vote for your ad. It's been pretty intense.
I'm sure. There's a lot at stake, too. So what's the concept of your spot? I saw, but for our viewers out there, where'd you get the idea? Tell us about it.
So the idea, most commercials cost a lot of money, right? You get an ad agency, you have a big film crew. I had nobody, so it's just me, and I had no money, so I made it for about under $20. So I was trying to think of an idea that I can make for nothing, and I was driving past a local fishing lake, and I saw these fishermen there, and I just had this idea about this bold trout that decided to turn the table on a local fisherman who hear him eating some Doritos, and he'd jump out and nab a packet for himself.
You can see this trout jumping around. How did you do these effects? Was it you use some fishing line to make it bounce? How did you do this?
Yeah. So as I said, I shot it all myself. So I had to have a locked-off camera, and so I shot the scene with me. And then I got the fish, and I had a fisherman there. I had loads of fishermen looking at me like I was some sort of nutcase. I think they wanted to call the police. It was a very interesting experience. A lot of people thought I was, ready for the loony bin.
So you shot that all on your own?
Shouting at fish in a field in England,
Yeah, you shot that all on your own? You didn't have any production assistants, any other directors, any audio people?
No, I had no one. It's just me and the trout.
What did you do? Did you set the camera up off to the side and then do your thing?
Yeah, I set the camera up. I chose the shots. I locked them off, and I did each shot with me, and then I did the shot with the trout. When the trout was moving, obviously I had a fishing line, and so I'd shoot the fishing line going across, and I'd cut myself out and sort of superimpose it on the image. So it's pretty low budget, pretty low tech, but it worked. It seems to have worked. It got me to the finals.
But the spot looks high budget. It's really impressive how you did it. Can you imagine though turning that into $1 million? What are the thoughts going through your head prior to the Super Bowl in anticipation of hopefully seeing your spot?
I never thought I'd get this far in the competition. The competition, the other finalists, and even the semi-finalists had some awesome commercials there. So, just to get here, from England, it's great to come to such a big American event, And Super Bowl's it doesn't happen very often, So this is an amazing opportunity to win $1 million. Would just be, like anyone, win $1 million would be amazing. And just the opportunity as a filmmaker that it could give you, you could get a job at Universal, lots of doors could open, so I'm really excited. If I win, I'd be just over the moon. Yeah,
have you done any other film spots before? Talk about your background in film and production.
Yeah, sure. So I've done stuff. I used to film a lot of extreme sports, sort of surfing and kite surfing. I used to spend a lot of time going around the world doing that. And I've done a few sort of smaller budget commercials and some stuff for TV and a really low budget film. But nothing like this, nothing that's going to get this sort of exposure, really.
And it'd be nice to have that job at Universal Studios, because you're freelance right now. You don't have anything permanent right now, do you?
Yeah, I live day to day, it's hand to mouth, so the chance to get a job at Universal would be amazing. Elizabeth Banks is the sponsor for this, she's the spokeswoman, so, and she'd be your sort of guide, their mentor, and the people you could meet. In England, the industry is a lot smaller than out here in America, so, the opportunity would just be amazing, I could be up there with Guy Ritchie and Chris Nolan,
That'd be awesome. James, voting still open real quick? Big, hey? Voting still open, I'm sorry?
No, sorry, voting stopped yesterday, so now it's just... sit and wait.
Wait and see. James, thanks for your time. I hopefully see your commercial in the Super Bowl.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You betcha. All right, a local pro will join us tomorrow to explain how non-Super Bowl advertisers will piggyback on attention from the game. And in our picture of the day, a site that might make the morning commute more enjoyable.